Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming and joining me again. One of the places that I began talking about way back at the start of this channel was around mission, around the guiding purpose for a business or for an organization. But there's a really important way that we need to think about that mission, but for ourselves. You see, there's a risk that when we focus on purely task related things, purely stuff related to our business and our business development, that we can miss out on something. It becomes quite cold and quite factual sometimes. I've found that in my own work. And the essential thing to think about to deal with that is your own mission. The thing that you were built to do as an individual, because when you bring that to your work and when you bring that to all areas of your life, you show up in a completely different way, in a whole way, in a way that adds so much more value to who you are, to the people you're working with, to the problems you're trying to solve, and to all of the people around you. And I think that the content I've put on the channel so far has been valuable, I hope, but actually it's been quite factual, and perhaps I've not been showing up as me and thinking too much about my mission. You see, in Jim Collins, in his book Good to Great, talks about 3 intersecting circles to build a great organisation. He talks about the thing that you're great at. That's important to think about. So perhaps the thing that you can be the best in your sector or your town, your world, whatever your world is, the thing that you are the best at. Then you've got the thing that you love to do. So it's great if there's something that you are great at and something that you love to do, where those 2 circles intersect is a really good place. And thirdly then, when you add to that the circle of what can I get paid well to do, you have I love doing this, I'm really good at doing this, and I get paid well for doing this. And the intersection of those 3 circles is a good place. But it's not everything. There's a concept, it's talked about a lot these days, it's called Ikigai. It's a Japanese concept, it's a very ancient concept, and it's all to do with bringing everything of who you are to the world, bringing your contribution to the world in its fullest. And the way to think about Ikigai is this, that you have those 3 circles of what you're great at, what you can get paid for doing well, and things that you love doing, but you add to that a 4th circle of what is it that the world needs. What does society around me need? What do the people around me need? And then you have 4 circles, and the center of those 4 circles, where they overlap on a Venn diagram, is where Ikigai can be found. And actually, unless you're bringing all of those 4 things into everything that you do and focusing your work on those 4 things, there will be something missing. You'll be doing something that you're great at, something that you love doing, something that the world needs, but you're not getting paid to do it, so it doesn't become sustainable. It becomes a hobby or an interest. Or you're doing something that you get paid to do, something that the world needs and something that you're good at, but if you don't love doing it, you won't bring everything of who you are to that work. So it's really important that you find for you, at that level of mission, what sits at the center of those 4 circles. And I've been working on this myself over a long period of time, actually. And for me, the work that I do when those 4 circles intersect is all around helping people. It's connecting people with information and inspiration that will help them then be the best version of themselves and to show up in the best possible way in whatever it is they're doing in life. This channel is an outworking of that. It's exactly why I love to do this, why it's so much fun. And who I am when I show up here is who I am if you know me in person. I'm forever reading a book and then wanting to tell people, hey, you need to read this book, because I know it will add value to them. I know it will lead them down a path that they need to go on. When I'm sitting working one-to-one or in small groups with clients, and I'm able to drop in that insight of, I tell you what, have you thought about this? That's a really powerful thing. The second thing that I personally really bring, and I know is a great skill of mine, is being able to look at a complex problem and simplify it very quickly, to see a way through complexity. It's why I talk to my clients about giving them simplicity on the other side of complexity. And when we're talking about the difficulties that their business or organization faces, I find it very easy to understand how those blocks will drop into place, to understand where the next efforts need to be put in, and then to understand the tools, techniques, inspiration, information that they need to get there. And it's why I love to do the work that I do. I'm only using these examples Not to big myself up in any way, but to show you how it is possible and how you need to think about showing up as your full self and doing the work that you were built to do for your clients. Henry David Thoreau, the American philosopher, I use this quote a lot, but he said, it's a great tragedy that some men go to the grave with their songs still in them. And I find that terrible. I find that the thought of getting to the end of life and looking back and going, I could have showed up so much more. I could have done so much more. I could have contributed in so much more of a positive way. And that's what keeps me going. That's why I've been on the journey I've been on for so many years, and hopefully why you're on the same journey. And if you're not, it's never too late to start. And I would implore you to do the work, to find out where sits at the center of those 4 circles of Ikigai for you, to make sure you don't die with your song still in you. As ever, I always say it, and I truly mean it. I hope this helps you in some way. Use these videos, share these videos. If you're interested to get in touch, my website details will be up there. Do please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me to get this message out to more people. Click the little bell and you'll get notifications when I put more content up. I'm pretty much doing these weekly, and there'll be something new for you to watch, to learn from, to be inspired by every week. So again, hope that helps. Go and have a great day. Cheers.